Good morning, everyone. I am Antoinette Marie Emestuesta from BE Ed First Year Class 2. And for today's video, this is for the continuation of the Chapter 5, Challenges to Digital Literacy Education. On the first part of the report, we found out what are the challenges we face, especially as students, to digital literacy. And to expand our learning, I will introduce to you the additional information about the topic. Digital literacy specifically applies to media from the internet, smartphones, video games, and other non-traditional sources. Just as media literacy, it includes the ability to identify media and its messages and create media responsibly. Digital literacy includes both nuts and bolts, skills, and ethical obligations. So, it is our ability to use different platforms, for example, social media, with the use of different gadgets that will enable us to explore, share, and to learn. Digitalism is a global challenge. As our world constantly changing, so there are people who faces difficulties in keeping up to the changing world that leads for them to be left behind. Challenge number 1 is digital citizen. Digital citizenship as good digital safety and good digital etiquette. A digital citizen is a person who develops the skills and knowledge to effectively use the internet and digital technologies. There are also people who use digital technologies and the internet in appropriate and responsible ways in order to engage and participate in society and politics. Digital citizenship is a multi-phased concept that can be difficult to internalize. In addition, it is often characterized only by certain aspects like privacy and cyberbullying rather than the full range of skills that define a digital citizen. It faces issues such as posting inappropriate statuses or pictures, making people feel bad about themselves, and cyberbullying. As technology is digital competence and digital citizenship had a social responsibility together as critical thinking for wise decision to that digital competence. Digital citizenship also means a total revision of the relationship of the individual with their natural and socio-cultural environment. A good digital citizen protects their personal information, uses good judgment, and treats others with respect. Whether you're posting on social media, sending an email, or commenting on an online discussion, practicing good digital citizenship makes our online world a more welcoming place for everyone. Challenge number 2 is digital learning environment. Digital development takes place in an ecological setting as literacy does. An ideal course setting should encourage the instructor-learner connection and present a sense of support and communication. One of the problems that faces in today's generation is digital learning environment. Because of the pandemic, traditional learning has been replaced with a new normal learning that uses media platforms such as online class and modular learning. Challenge number 3 is digital learning. People using digital technology to build knowledge and develop their competencies. Because of innovation, technology are evolving that also result for us to have difficulties in using it. It's very helpful, but also it has its negative effects. Otherwise, technology are helpful, like for example, in classroom, they put a TV so that everyone can keep aligned with the discussion. And also, it's present today because of the pandemic. Online class are visible today that uses technology and internet. Digital technology is not just a tool, even less a neutral tool. Digital learning means learning with above and behind digital technology. Technology is designed to solve problems. Learning with digital technology means learning by doing and solving problems. Learning about digital technology is an inquiry-based activity to understand the functioning of technology. Learning is guaranteed. It depends from who, what, when, how much, or deep the information. Challenge number 4 is the digital school. A school is a special concentration of resources to promote learning. Supporting, empowering school is a much better oriented to success for all, which is a much more profitable in social terms. So, providing the school with the adequate resources for inclusive digital learning means catering for a really competent digital society. But the school community resists change. Like for example, this pandemic, we are now in a new normal learning wherein we tend to continue our studies through modules and online class learning. And with this, a lot of students can't continue their studies because of the situation. It's difficult because not everyone is technical people and do not know how to use that kind of gadgets or technologies that resulting for troubles. Also because the high cost of those technologies. Challenge number 5 is the digital teacher. Teachers nowadays are connected citizens in general. Teachers as specialized workers need the best tools to produce the best results, including digital tools. Since we are accustomed to traditional learning, we are used in using ball pen, pencil, and paper, chalk, and blackboard as learning tools. But now, in new normal learning, not only students are faces difficulties or having problems, but as well as our teachers, especially old teachers, because some of them are not familiar with the technology we had today. Because of the changing method and different ways of teachers teaching, it might tend to affect their students' learning. Source of learning are also changing, so some students are having a hard time catching up with the lessons as well as the teachers. And because of there are lots of information that result for having hard time from what information that has been suitable for their students. The lack of training for teachers is also the challenge for today's learning style. Challenge number 6 is the digital student. The student as digital citizen builds on the student agency, which focuses specifically on student capabilities to influence their learning environment. Today, students who are used to rapid communication through multiple digital devices and may have different learning styles than students in the past, like what I was mentioned earlier. The technical difficulties or challenges are first, lack of IT support because not everyone are familiar with the technology we had today, so as well as the problem it takes. It also a hindrance to the learning of students because if there is malfunction that happened, he or she can't be able to attend class. Also, the high cost of technologies. Because of the high cost of gadgets that students needed today and the tuition fee they had to pay, some students are quit in studying. It is one of the biggest challenge because not every student are capable to have that because of the income that they had. So teachers must be considerate. The unequal access for all students in and out of school. Also, the challenge of today's learning. Another technical difficulties is the software is not optimized for mobile devices. Also, the security issues, for example, hacking accounts that was very present today. So we need to secure our accounts because it might lead us to the destruction because other person will make us use in crime or put us in shame. And it's challenging because there are lots of people had been hacked their accounts and also get scammed. We need to understand and accept change. Let's accept change and explore as the only permanent in this world is change. Everything will change like people, but we should not stop in learning. That change should be our opportunity to learn more, and since technology is present, there are lots of sites, for example YouTube, for us to solve our problems. Just continue in learning and accept change. That's all, and again, this is Antoinette Maria Mestuesta, and I hope you learned something. Thank you for listening and staying till the end of my report. Have a great day, everyone. God bless.